Hello, my name is Patrick John Mills. I'm an artist. I've been painting for almost 30 years. Oh God, I love paint. I just want to eat it, but that may be a problem these days. Um, in this video, I want to share and just give you a private kind of insight into my studio and my working space inside the art factory. This series is titled, it's a whole series of self-portraits. They're more existential kind of self-portraits of how, here's something. Painting live on location is always a real treat. Here's this one I'll show you. The eyeball actually right here fell apart and rolled down the canvas and went all the way and fell onto the ground. But I picked it up and stuck it right back on the canvas. That's where all the snow is. So I'm hoping that when I get home, I don't lose this on the drive, so I'll bring it flat. I don't want to lose that total fracture or that temporary state of the canvas. It's just such a beautiful moment. Existential is an existential portrait, I suppose, is kind of one's thought or meaning of life, one's contemplation of their existence and their mortality. In this series, I was diagnosed with cancer, CLL, a chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and that wasn't easy. And then I had another diagnosis of cancer, of malignant melanoma, and I needed to rest a lot, a significant amount, and after several months of just really kind of conserving my energy, I just went into the studio and absolutely went to war inside of my expression. And it's and this body of work kind of gave birth to itself. And this is the first time I'm actually showing myself working in the studio. There's just such a vulnerability that you have, a nakedness of when you're working, and I needed to really just 100% dissolve myself into my studio and just completely surrender into the darkness of that kind of cancer that I was having to kind of late at night when I couldn't sleep at like 2 o'clock till 5:30 in the morning. I would lie awake in my bed knowing that I had to force myself to sleep or just rest, but your mind's fucking spinning out. It's going absolutely insane. So I would lie in my bed in the middle of the night, and I would just pretend that I was floating in the middle of the ocean, of the Atlantic Ocean, and I was just buoyant in that complete infinite space, and I would just breathe, and I would just I would kind of allow my breath to bring light into my cells, and I would imagine that I would have small little stars on my fingertips and in my toes and in my lungs and in my mind and in my ears, and I would just bring this constellation of energy inside of me just to bring healing, and there'd be like this lightning bolt that would my head would crack open like a fucking egg, and I just wanted to literally like smash through a wall. But there was But the crazy thing is that here I am outside and I just fucking lost it. I smashed all my shit and then just went back into the studio. Couldn't get that current going. I couldn't get that total vulnerability, that kind of casket of that. Sometimes you just want to take your head and just break it open like a peanut or something. White is like a bone. White is calm. White is purity and a bleaching of creative calmness. And I've added some ochre into it, some cadmium red to give a certain lightness. And then I've been painting for, obsessively now for so many years, 30,000-40,000 hours of painting. And I've learned how to paint this and paint that and know how to but in this series I just said fuck it, fuck everything, fuck this, fuck that, fuck it, I didn't give a shit. And so I just started just putting everything on, absolutely just didn't care. And the cancer kind of was like a time bomb, a catalyst of this energy that just allowed everything to just have this intense abundance of expression that I just kind of broke certain rules, and I just started putting these huge amounts of paint because I just felt like, hey, if I'm going to die, I'm going to use every tube of paint I have in my entire studio. And because I've been painting for so many years, I had kind of the skills to juggle these huge amounts of paint, but life hasn't been easy, and everyone has a certain kind of journey and a road. And I had to renovate this and fix that house and do drywall and do plumbing and use a jackhammer and figure out how to use an angle grinder and all of these different kind of things. And all of those kind of different physical skills that I acquired kind of found their way into my painting. I have so many paintings in storage because I really don't put much energy into things outside of the studio. I find there's after the surgery, I wanted to kind of break into here I am painting, and I just wanted to highlight what's inside my mind and what's kind of racing there. I'm just throwing the paint. It's like a boxing match. It's lightning, it's everything all at once. And then I slowly kind of distill it all into less chaos, but yet the paint is so thick and so gorgeous, and there's just this viscosity and visceral kind of feeling of life and passion and abundance, and just giving everything all at once. And it would be madness not to be able to express this, to have all of these existential thoughts. And so when I look at these paintings, I see a release, I see freedom, I see just, how incredible it is to, as an artist, as a person who loves who has this need to express, but to be so intimately and profoundly faced with cancer and death, and yet have the luxury or the window opening inside of my soul to be able to express that onto a canvas. It's such a pressure cooker. You know, you have all of this whole life of expressing yourself and working with all your instruments and tools, and then all of a sudden you're just like, the perfect storm happens where you're like able to just go in there like a bank robber and with a sawed-off shotgun and a face mask and just steal everything and put it all on canvas of your whole humanity and your vulnerability and your intensity. And it was fucking awesome. Like that whole storm, that inner tornado, that whole kind of cyclone, that all of that destruction that's thrashing around inside of you, but right in the middle of that tornado, there's this absolute stillness. There's this absolute love. And Tanya has been the absolute eye of my storm. And I'm so lucky and so blessed to have beautiful, beautiful love and to be with Tanya. Tanya Monica Kisslinger, I love you. And live, love, art.